Hello everyone and welcome to another Night Models Batman the Miniature Game unboxing for the channel. I'll be honest, I don't remember when these originally went up for pre-order, so I'm not sure whether these would be called August releases. They shipped out just at the very start of September, took about 2 weeks to arrive. Second time in a row paid for the extra for tracking and did not receive any tracking for the record. I was actually surprised when these turned up on my door this morning. But either way, been looking forward to these arriving, so I'm glad they did. And once again we get to see the new packaging that Night Models are using for their product, and it's really nice compared to previous. Like this packaging, it stands out, it's very bright and vibrant, and it just looks neat, and I like it. These are obviously the replacements for their old kind of plastic pull open packaging, and kind of surprised this was in this smaller box and that this is in a larger box. But either way, today we're going to be looking at the 10th anniversary Batman and Robin, which is the 10th anniversary of Night Models doing the Batman game, just to be clear. Obviously Batman has been around for like 86 years now or something, so it's specifically for their company. We have the Riddler and the Riddler themed followers from the Batman movie. So for those who are wondering why there wasn't anything themed around the Riddler in the starter set, it's because they were separate. Which kind of makes sense because he's his own kind of faction in it, and he is technically doing good stuff but in a bad way, so it's a bit muddied about who he could be with, etc. So it makes sense that he was separate. And even though they're still pretty new, Mr. Freeze is getting some reinforcements in the form of his evil wife, because apparently Nora turned evil at some point. I haven't read that story. Last time I saw Nora's backstory, she was unrelated to Victor. It was some lady who was frozen before he was born, and he just went nuts and thought it was his wife or something. Very strange. And a couple of new henchmen as well. No stat cards as per usual, we've got to get them in the app, at least I presume, so we can at least take a look at the resin, starting from left to right. So of course we're going to start with the big box, the Batman and Robin. Looks kind of like it would go very well with their Year 1 Batman, the most recent Year 1 Batman. He is in a very similar pose, but just different enough that this kind of suits as like a Year 2 to me. Let's have a look at the back here. Again, not really sure why they're in the big box, maybe just to make them stand out, and yeah, it does say use the app to get it, but we can have a look. Only Robin's base is specifically Joker themed, with him kicking one of Joker's thugs. I guess there is the gas there, but you could say that's fear gas or whatever. Let's see what's in here. What else is in here? Nothing. Just checking, got my hopes up there for a second. So, oh, you know what, there is something else in here, I totally forgot about that. If you pre-ordered these, you got themed Audacity markers with Robin's logo on one side and Batman's on the other? Yeah. And the bat symbol. I think for the purposes of videos, using the cardboard ones probably stand out better, but it's still nice. So yeah, 4 Audacity markers, you can have them Robin themed or Batman themed. I don't think that justifies the bigger box, but either way. And then we have everything for both of them in this one bag, so let's be gentle. I am curious, can you make the Robin miniature without the clown if you didn't want it themed specifically around Joker? Let's see here. It's going to be hard to tell, honestly, because well, here's the clown. Where is Robin? Is this Robin? Oh, good grief, that's Robin. Okay. He's missing a lot of bits, so it is going to be hard to tell, but it doesn't, also that foot is bent. I mean, it is like that in the picture, but do legs bend that way? Like that much? I'm pretty sure if you were willing to fill in the pipe goes there, so really it's just this indentation for the clown, I think. So if you were willing to fill in that, you could absolutely model it without the clown. Let's have a little bit of a close-up of the Batman, though, and by close-up I mean I just move it closer to the camera. Looks pretty good. It's actually surprisingly detailed considering the cloak's going to cover all this part. And he just goes on, yeah, this one right there, with the gas facing forwards. Is that meant to be like that? I think it is. And we've got assorted arms and legs. The pipe for Robin, that's on a curve. Is that meant to be on a curve? And that's how Robin actually sticks to the base. Oh, as you can tell by the massive indentation right there. And then these are, one of these is Robin's cape. Is this Robin's cape? It can't be, that's too long. It's got to be Batman's, right? I'm actually not sure. Because doesn't that look like it should be Batman's cape? Somewhere here-ish? This has got to be Robin's. Or this could be Robin's. This is the problem with... Oh no, that's definitely Batman's because there's his hand. So that's part of it right there. Actually, you know what? It must all be Batman's because his is fully rendered on his body. Okay, so it's flowing a bit more than I thought it was. I like him having a billowy cape, even if it's totally impractical. And even the little clown from the base has a lot of detail too. Alright, well, is this in a larger bag? Hang on, sorry, I've just got to check. No, exactly the same. Alright, we'll move on to Nora. Alright, Nora and Buddies. Incidentally, I haven't been showing the stat cards off of the app for these because they've been up since the pre-orders opened over a month ago. So I figured there's not much point. If you're interested, you already know their stats. So we're mostly interested in quality of the sprue and is everything here that should be here. Took a quick glance at that off camera, it seems like it. If there's anything that isn't, I'll put a comment in the video or in the comments below. So this is Evil Nora Freeze and two thugs, one chunky lad who's just a tank for the Freeze crew, and from what I remember of her, she's called just like an engineer or something, and she has an ability to permanently buff one person. And she works very well with buffing Nora. Makes her cryo armor better, I believe. Same size bag. Let's have a little... Oh, careful. Careful now. Careful. Okay. So the chunky guy's on a big base, and I guess Nora is too? I guess that's just what they give all sidekicks. Even though it's not really that fitting. So here's the body of the chunky lad, and along with most of the rest of him. You can get a bit closer. Oh, you could totally paint this to be Santa. So that thought just crossed my mind there. It's like, Christmas is coming up, you could totally paint this guy to be Santa. Which base is his, though? That's Nora's cap show, I think. So, yeah, it must be this one. Let me see here. This one, yeah, okay, yeah. He goes on that one. And then this is Nora's. There's some kind of... Also, the dog just hit the camera tripod there. Some kind of cap show she's either come out of or taken something from. This is the chunky arms of the big guy. The big guys are super easy to put together, so not too concerned. There's the rest of his hand there next to the tiny, tiny hands of the regular sized people. Oh, how I pity them. What is this? Is this Nora's body? I think it is. She's so tiny. Yeah, that's her. There's her other leg and her power fist and whatever else. Yeah, so this tiny lady is... I mean, I guess it makes the scenic base look nice, but in terms of wasted space, that is quite a bit for the sake of giving her a sidekick-sized base. Engineer seems pretty basic. Oop, if I can pick it up. The base, honestly, it looks like one of the ones from the Freeze Crew box, core box. Just got to put the head and the hands on, or the arms, which are those two, because she's holding like a crowbar type thing or something. Not quite sure what it is. Either way, it looks like everything is here. I can only see Evil Santa now when I look at that. It looks like everything is here though. Again, a little bit of a waste having such a small mini on such a large base, but that's kind of their thing. Let's move on to the Batman theme stuff. So last but not least, we have the Riddler as he appeared in the Robert Pattinson Batman movie, and we have thugs that also look like him because again, in the theme of the movie, everyone dresses like him that's on his side. They actually have roles that affect that kind of thing where it's not necessarily the Riddler when you attack him, it could be someone else. I don't quite remember how the rule works offhand. And one of them is equipped with an extremely scary sniper rifle. It's this guy here. They're still having to be creative with their gun-toting henchmen because they're not allowed to model guns anymore. So he's the one holding it in a suspicious-looking carry case. But I think it's a quadruple blood gun. I don't quite remember. I just remember that it's a scary gun. So, all in all, that is 4, and they are Riddler faction themed. So let's take a look inside and see what they're doing while my dog whines for attention. These aren't painting update videos, dog. This isn't videos where I have to keep pausing to throw toys for you. And there we are, all in the same bag. So the Riddler himself. Oh, what's that on his base? Oh right, it's the tape because of because he's holding it from the start of the movie. Oh, there's something written on his base. Oh, there's also whatever that is. Ugh. What is that written on there? A real change. Okay, it's in his house with the carpet pulled up. I'm not quite sure if that's picking up on camera, but it does say a real change. Contrast and A wash will be real good for picking that out, actually, because obviously you can't see that on the pack shots because it's angled wrong for seeing what's on the base like that. And the thugs, to go with him, 3 standard size bases. There's the big carry case for the one holding the sniper, along with his legs. Actually, is that a bit of a miscast there? Oh no, sorry, that's a hand. That no wonder it looked weird. That's a hand, that's a leg. There's one of the bodies. Hopefully that is in focus right there. And another body, sans the head this time. And then this one does have the head. Also, probably needs the most cleaning up of the lot of them by the looks. With this stuff at the back there. So one of them's holding a rope, one of them's holding a briefcase, and one of them's holding nothing. Nothing at all. And another leg and a head you've got to chop off because this is what slips into the base. But yeah, that is some Riddler reinforcements. And if you want to carry on with the theme of the Batman, that's what you put them up against. But yeah, that is going to do it. They're, by the time you hear this, it'll probably already be up. But I think they're doing some special releases this Saturday for me, because it's the... I don't remember what... It's Batman Day. I don't think it's like the 90th anniversary or whatever. I think it's just Batman Day. So they're doing some special stuff for that. So we'll see what's going forward. Some stuff was missing from the recent pre-orders. For instance, the new Birds of Prey / female members of the Bat family. Kind of looking forward to seeing what those look like. But for now, expect to see these on a table near you soon-ish. Probably going to prioritise that new Batman. I really like how he looks, and his stats are pretty decent as well. Works well with the Robin that comes in the box, but doesn't necessarily need him. And the Mr. Freeze crew, I mean, the Mr. Freeze crew is so powerful, didn't really need reinforcements, but it's nice to have Nora and that chunky killer Santa Claus. Anyway, that is going to do it for the unboxing. Thank you very much for watching. If you ordered some of these, I hope they arrive soon if they haven't already. And see you in the future for more. Until then, thank you again. Ta-ta for now.